back in the day with flip phones, I woke up to a video of my buddy sent me a phone of my other buddy picking me up by the pants and just violently humping me because I'm passed out, like just violent.
Hell yeah.
Violent, like on a flip phone quality material. And like,
oh yeah.
And I was like, yep.
Get ready and buckle up, bozo. You're about to step into a virtual realm where nobody cares what you think. This is the You're Not My Dad podcast.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Welcome everybody to episode...
We back. What is it? 6 or 7, right?
6.
Dude.
It's 6.
Baby.
Like a sixer, like a six-pack.
A sixer, brother.
So to all you boys, you honky boys listening, get out your sixers.
Your honky tonk.
What do you call a
sixers,
sixer
brother?
These days? A six-pack? You just call it a six-pack still?
Six-pack, sixer.
You know,
I used to call them
I
sixers.
immediately went to a six-pack. Like when I immediately went to like a slur boy.
You say sixer, you got to throw a little country twang on
Yeah,
it.
got a little sixer on the back of my
Get a sixer, baby.
truck. Yeah. I actually knew this guy who bought a truck purely for the cooler in the back, and he'd always tell you. He'd always be like, yeah, I got...
In the back?
This is exactly how he sounded. He's like, I got a thing in the back. I got a truck back there. And he'd talk like this too. Like it'd be all over the place. You really have to like focus. And I got like all kinds of
Beers, drinks.
beers. And like I'd be like, that's really cool, man. He's like, yeah. So you ever just need a cold one? Just some part of his truck has like a cooler in it, like on the outside somewhere, like in the bed or like a side.
I thought,
you know. But he's a nice guy.
I was gonna say like anybody you could just fill up
but
a
it's
cooler of ice
it's
with
like
beer in it. I mean, you can put that in any car.
Yeah. So this one goes out to him. It's the Sixer. We're gonna call this one
to the Sixer King.
To the Sixer King. Yeah, and to Hams. Shout out to Hams. Thanks for unknowingly sponsoring this episode.
Officially unknowingly.
Drink Hams. Hams. What do podcasters say? The loveliest water of the world that comes in
the land of sky blue waters.
Yeah, I like how it says like
sky blue waters.
It sounds like it's almost Chinese. It's like the beer ... refreshing.
I mean, where is the land of sky blue waters? Are they trying to say that that's Midwest? Because let me tell you, where I grew up in Midwest, that's dirty water country, man.
Yeah,
that's brown water country.
All I know is that this is episode 6. Thank you for coming along on this pony ride. The last episode was a bit wild, so we're gonna not tame it down, but I'm gonna try to tame it down.
Okay,
and probably it won't.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. But thank everybody to the You're Not My Dad podcast, episode 6, calling it the Sixer King.
The Sixer King.
The Sixer King. And we'll just kind of wing it from there. But
likes, comments, follows.
Likes, comments, follows, subs. What else can you do?
I don't know.
Do all the typical shit.
I haven't looked into it.
Yeah. Whatever it tells you to, you do it. We need our stars.
Yeah.
Feed us our stars.
I should probably set up my TikTok and for real.
For real.
I haven't done that.
Yeah, I don't really care.
Mine's still like not a picture. I really don't.
Yeah.
And like I got a weird message that's like somebody professionally inspected your account or something like that.
Oh.
And it's like by TikTok professional.
Oh, well, that makes sense because they were.
What the hell is this?
Our TikTok video on Horse Girls went viral again, and I got a notification on my phone that says like we're reviewing it, and the views went down to 0.
You're reviewing it?
No, they were. Like
TikTok
was
for
probably a bunch of
reported
fat horse girls complaining, and they I don't know if you can hit a complain button, but I was like typical. We just started. We're already gonna get like hit.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm fine with this.
Jokes on you. We have like 100 accounts. We're not poor.
Yeah.
We can figure it out.
It's a Chinese app. We can just buy accounts.
Yeah.
Jokes on you.
Jokes on you, commie.
It's built into the whole thing.
Yeah. So
would you like fake views? That'll be $10 a month.
Yeah. All that stuff, dude.
Straight to the CCP.
Oh. But no, I think we were kind of talking before this podcast started, but I know I've been harping about Hams.
You have, and you've been on a Hams kick, which is very random.
Dude, you can't beat it. And it's a delicious beer. I actually
think you can beat it, but it's
I had a kid kind of look at me like, Hams? Really? I'm like, and he handed me a Keystone Light.
A kid did this?
Well, yeah,
On the street?
22-year-old up on a mountain. We
Oh,
were
okay.
dirt biking, and we got to the top of a mountain.
Okay.
and he handed me a beer. He's like, "Here, have a Keystone Light." And I was like, "Okay." I didn't have anything, so he.
Hey, man.
But then I told him, I was like, "Have you had hams?" And that's exactly what he did. He's like, "No, like why? Like that's a horrible beer." I'm like, "No, it's not."
Interesting that he handed you a Keystone. He has that opinion.
I know that's what made me kind of like second guess my palate, I guess. But I don't know. I just know that when you look at all the beers, I can't really tell you. I know we talked about this before, but I'm just kind of a dirty beer boy.
Yeah, I just like a normal, like cheap American beers, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm not a big craft beer thing.
No.
And the dark beers, I feel like,
There's a lot of bloating and farting.
yeah,
You know?
it feels like I have to go now nap.
You're drinking loaves of bread.
I don't want to have to take a nap after I go to like like
I'm already feeling kind
at
of
a
hurt.
bar at like 5:30 and you
Yeah.
have like 2 dark beers and it's like
Like,
I
you
just feel uncomfortable.
You just ate like a bunch of
Yeah.
loaves.
You're
But like liquid loaves. That's what if we owned a bar, we call it liquid loaves
dude, yeah.
because you're just straight up drinking bread, liquid bread.
Yeah, and a lot of my friends
Well, hey.
like to actually drink beer all about those like craft beers and stuff. They're like, "Oh,
Really?
yeah, yeah." I'm like,
Yeah.
I couldn't
Speaking
care less.
of craft,
Just give me a crappy freaking American beer. I'm good with it.
I saw this pop up, and I couldn't believe it. And I researched it a teeny bit, and what I mean by a teeny bit, I mean like three
didn't?
sources, like just kind of like scurried around a little bit, you
Yeah.
know, because it's not a heavy topic, but
Thrashing about on the internet.
yeah, I was kind of like a little
thrashing
like a
around.
raccoon, just kind of
Digging in the trash.
digging in the trash a little bit.
Not mine, somebody else.
Well, it said this person's
Always
like
the neighbor's trash.
this person's
That's
like
what-
NASA. Get this. This is how bad everything is in this world.
Yeah.
NASA spent $23 million for a new space toilet
$23 million for a space toilet.
in the International Space Station.
Dang.
It took them 6 years.
Oh, okay. So R&D.
It took them 6 years to make a fucking toilet
Yeah,
in
huh?
space.
Interesting.
And
What do they do? What do you think that they do?
well,
Do you think that the greenies have gotten to that too?
maybe?
Where they're like, don't pollute space.
Well, I was like, I'm not.
Don't jettison, pack it in, pack it out in space.
How do they bring up that topic to their engineers? They're like, okay, Rick, you get the poop job.
Here's the thing though. It would be pretty cool.
Yeah, but I
Be
still
like,
don't know
I
how-
designed the toilet for the International Space Station. That's kind of a fucking flex, man.
But how did it cost
It
$23 million?
is funny that there's the biggest brains on Earth, and what are you doing in the engineering side?
You're figuring out
You're
how-
designing you're building a better shitter.
Why
It's
can't
great.
you? But why can't you just like my
I
head?
kind of just want to have a porta potty outside.
Well, can you imagine all
It'd
the
be best
tests?
if there. It'd be how cool would it be if there's a porta potty floating in space,
Well, there is kind of the International
and you have
Space
to like
Station.
spacewalk to it to take a shit.
Well, that'd be cool.
That'd be so cool. dude.
Yeah, like peeing in space.
Oh, that would be amazing.
That would be kind of cool to see.
That would be the best.
Unless it
thing
kind of
ever.
came back on you, because it doesn't.
You're in a
there's nothing-
suit. You could hold your breath. That's fine.
Hold your breath in the suit. Like it's not
No,
gonna
like
touch
just
you.
go out without a suit.
You'll die.
No, you won't.
Yes.
Why?
You can't have no suit in space.
Why not? Hold your breath.
Yeah. Hold your
What do you
breath
think happens? You explode?
I don't. Yeah. Like. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think you do. I think that's bullshit. No.
No.
You
I
don't implode.
I don't think it's implode. It's explode. It's less dense. It's like in the water you. In the water you
In the
implode.
water, right?
In
Yeah,
space there's not. It's like there's no friction. There's like no air.
There's air in the space. There's just not a lot of that, right? There's still stuff. In
Okay,
space.
I'll
It's
tell you
not
what.
just a void.
We get rich enough and you can poke your head out in one of those like Virgin Mobile.
I
like-
will. That being said, I think your biggest, probably the biggest thing about that would be the sun, because you just get instant,
Your wiener.
instant
You pull your
tan,
wiener
dude,
out.
and it catches on fire.
Get a tan. You're like peeing. You're like, oh, it's looking nice. And then you're,
And you're like,
it's gone.
sunburn, the worst
Yeah.
third-degree sunburn on your
Think of that,
dick.
like a super red wiener. And then you gotta talk to the doctors on Earth, like
You're all white, and it's just a fucking
yeah,
red wiener.
But like your thumbprint
Looks
is
like a
still-
hot dog.
The part's white.
Oh
still,
yeah,
'cause
it's
your
almost
thumb-
like a nuclear bomb like outline around on your dick.
There's a whole lot going on with that one. Bringing it back to the toilet though, like there's two things I was thinking. I would love to know all of the test models, like
Yeah.
all the ones that they got up to this point, and then
Do you think they have
how do they
different
test
rating
them?
systems?
How do they test them?
Do you think they have rating systems?
Rating
like
systems?
comfort. Do you think there's a guy on there
There's
that
gotta
sits
be.
on every one of them? Is like comfort.
$23 million.
You know, Tony, this one doesn't
fit right.
fit my ass.
And-
Fit the butt right.
And that's because then Tony's like, "Cause Ricky, you are 100 pounds over
Yeah.
the limit of
All you
everybody
do
else
is
on
sit
space."
at your fucking desk,
You're
Ricky.
eating gummies, eating sour gummies.
Yeah, your drawer full of sugar.
Make
You
your butt
slob,
pucker.
Rick.
Yeah. No, I think the biggest red flag to me right away was, how did this cost $23 million? And everyone's just like, "Oh yeah, okay, it cost $23 million." You're like, it didn't. Like, are you laundering money? Is NASA laundering money? That's the bigger question.
Well, isn't this go back to like the classic NASA thing where they're like trying to develop a pen that's going to work in space?
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
Russia's like, "I bring pencil,"
Yeah.
and they're like, "Oh, fuck."
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, they're just like, I feel like they get too much money.
What if you just stick your butt out into space?
Well, that went different.
Like instead of a toilet, it's just like almost like giving birth, but in reverse. It's just a butt sticking into space.
Well, doesn't the space station's traveling super fast?
Well, I guess yes.
You can't just like
That doesn't matter.
stick your ass out.
There's
Like, think of a plane. You're out on a plane. You're in the front of the plane, a passenger plane.
that's
you
wind
stick your ass
resistance
out
though. There's no
and fart. Or
like you
poop.
said. There's no air. What if you stick your ass out
but-
in 300 mile an hour, dude?
but
How would
your-
that feel?
But poop and pee's coming out.
Yeah, dude, it would be whipping.
It's going up on the side of the station. That's not going to work.
Every one of us has tried to throw something out the window.
You'd be a real bad
as a kid.
idea, man, for a toilet.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking.
Well, I'm
like,
not a toilet engineer.
I just wonder if they
Clearly.
like incinerate it. I'm just thinking they like heat it up
Burn it for fuel.
and then spit it out.
I don't know.
I just don't think it should
You
cost
think you just
$23
jettison
million.
it back to the? Well, no, that would be a problem,
What?
right? Because then you'd have to be like concerned of like creating like projectiles, right? Because like the big thing,
They're, like,
in
hurling
being in
back down to
space-
Earth,
Well,
getting hit by
no,
space shit?
hitting like a spaceship or a satellite with your shit and it breaks it
Pretty
because
great.
it's slinging around at like 10,000 miles an
See, that's a great problem to have.
Can you imagine? Dude, what if you took a shit and you have to go out on a spacewalk and it slings around the earth and fucking hits you?
You're slingshotting shits out
You
there.
get killed by your own
Yeah.
poop, dude.
You're knocking out all the competitors' satellites with shit.
You're just like,
Yeah. Well, it makes me think a little bit more on a deeper level. It's like, okay, so if like NASA spent $23 million on, technically it's 2 toilets.
oh, it's
I learned-
his and hers, huh?
Well, I don't think that.
Oh, okay.
Which, okay, wait. Before I move on,
So it's a.
I am this guy.
So
Do
the
you put
space
stuff
station
down?
is how many bed, how many bath?
I don't know that.
It's at least 2 bath.
No, it's 1 bath.
It's 1 bath.
Yeah.
But 2 toilets.
No, like 1 toilet.
Oh, I thought you said 2 toilets though.
No, they're like, if it works, then they bring the other one up. They like cargo
As a
it up
spare.
for something else. I think they were saying you're gonna put it somewhere else. I don't know. It was just like, I don't know how space works. I'm not.
I mean, I technically I really don't either.
I just know that like they spent $23 million on a toilet.
On
It
toilets.
made me just think for at least a half hour, like thinking why. And then I looked at the other toilets, like who else is making $1 million toilets? Because there's got to be someone out there, like, you know.
There's definitely companies making expensive ass toilets,
Right.
right? You know, you got your Toto, what is it called? Like presidential or something like that. It's a couple $1,000.
Yeah, that's
There's
peasant.
a couple of like
That's
20 or
peasant
30
level.
grand.
Yeah, I'm talking like
Doesn't Trump have one that's like gold plated
I was gonna say, who's spending like the half
weird.
a mil? Who's spending the mil
on a toilet?
Yeah.
Jeez, dude.
I mean, wouldn't you if you're a billionaire? Wouldn't you? I would. I definitely would.
I don't know if I could do it, dude.
Why wouldn't you? If you're a billionaire.
'Cause-
A billionaire. You know when you like make.
I mean, because what are you going to get out of it?
You're shitting in comfort.
What does it do for you?
I think
What
it's.
if it's just like a lazy boy with a hole cut in the bottom? Is
No,
that
that's
what
too
we're looking
gross.
at?
That's way too gross.
Like Idiocracy?
No. So I think about it like
just sit down.
you like theaters. I think about this all the time. Like I hate theater seats.
Really?
No one washes them.
I mean, it is
bunch of fat people.
Popcorn
And it's not
everywhere.
always fat people, but it's just like a bunch of slobs.
Yeah.
You know, sucking their fingers and shit, and you know, eating stuff and watching movies. No one.
It is interesting.
Have you seen anybody wash a seat?
Never.
A theater seat?
Never.
And then you know what's even worse?
It is weird that it is one of the only places
That people are cool with being extremely dirty.
really, kind of gross and just like shit everywhere.
And the same person's gonna be like, "Oh, I don't go to that hotel. They don't clean their sheets."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Bitch, you just sat in like 1,000 people sat in that like in the last week."
Yeah, 1,000 farts.
1,000
different people farts.
Like at least 20% of people are farting in a theater.
Well, I mean, the problem is always like, let's be honest, it's the kids. Kids are just dirty. Mm-hmm. I mean, inherently,
Adults
that's
too,
how
man.
it is.
You get to certain adults, they get to a certain point, like when they just give up.
Yeah, that's
You know?
That's a sad level when you can identify.
Like
that
even your
pretty
hair
quick.
starts to give up. You know, like those guys that like they're so slobby, they played too many video games. They don't know how to walk right, and then and then their hair gives up too. It's getting like kind of, and they're not even like they haven't even hit 40, and their hair's already a little like this. I'm just moving my hand. I don't know how to explain it.
What does that mean?
Gross. Like you don't want to touch.
Oh,
you don't want to touch.
You
the
mean
top of
like
their head.
greasy?
Yeah, so much like clogged.
Like just unkept.
Like you want to take a wipe and just wipe them.
Yeah, I've looked at people's. You ever look at somebody's hair like that? And it's super greasy, and eyes are kind of watery.
Already watery.
You know what that is? Like, does that happen to you too?
Yeah. No, I get that.
just like, oh, dude, it makes me really
Like, is it
uncomfortable.
wet from out of the shower or just you haven't washed?
Well, there's a look, man. You can definitely tell what it is.
Yeah, I think a lot of those people,
It's just
I would
like
say,
you haven't showered.
I say a lot of them
in a day
still
and a
go
half.
to the movie theaters. And they
Yeah.
sit in the cozy seats. Because I got invited to a birthday party and I had to go to watch a stupid movie. And they had the cozy seats. And luckily there was one row of not comfortable seats. And that's the one I sat in because the ones that cushion, I get disgusted by. Like the lazy boy seats. Going back to your lazy boy seats.
Yeah.
Nope.
They have those around here?
Yeah. In
Really?
Spokane, Washington.
Oh, Spokane. Okay.
Which is even double worse.
At what point does it
It's
get
like double
weird?
ew.
At what point is it weird as an adult if you invite a whole bunch of adult friends to a movie? What age?
Well, it's
it's
wait. I think like if you have a bunch of like loser friends that are like into Star Wars, and you all go to it, like
That's your thing,
It's
right?
just your thing. So
Yeah.
so like Inglorious Bastards or like some like
But
kind of
when was the
hoorah
last time
movie.
once you reach 30, they're like, you have like a friend's like, let's go to a movie. I'd be like, what?
Like, are you drinking?
The fuck?
Are you drinking like red wine? Wait, what's the pink one? Rosé.
The rosé? You got something against rosé?
Oh, I love rosé. I love it. I love rosé. Red wine can suck my ass. I hate it. I hate red wine.
Wine messes me up, man. I can't deal with it.
Okay,
My
but
guts do not.
so
like
wait, sticking
the
on
sugars
toilets
in red
really
wine.
quick because I kind of want to segue into drinking.
$23.5 million toilet. Maybe you could buy an old
Private
space
toilets.
toilet. That would be the big flex.
What if they
put it in your house,
dude?
Right?
But it probably gets way too intense. It probably has like a vortex in the back.
I mean, it has to.
Like you know when someone's using it.
Oh, dude, yeah. I
Like
bet you
Roger just went to go pee.
Do you
and
think
it's like
it
making
shakes the whole space station?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and it just makes you know like those toilets like suck so hard, like no, like the toilets like when you like
You think there's a thing? Do not. Where they're like, guys, we all know what you're thinking. Don't try it. You're gonna die.
no, I think
It's gonna suck your torso out into space, man.
no. It's like the loud toilets is just like are just super suckers. I would think that I think the NASA one's definitely a super sucker, like just
The Super Sucker 9000, dude.
Yeah,
Developed
just
by
like
NASA TM.
yeah, like
Trademark.
like you're probably like I bet you anything. I would love to talk to an International Space Station person, but like I bet you anything before they flush, they get up off of it a little bit. Like they're not full sitting before they hit the flush.
Oh yeah,
button.
that might be a thing where you can't.
Because it's just gonna suck. Like it's gonna like rip your insides out almost. Because they gotta shoot that shit so far. For if the greenies can't tell where that poop's going,
Yeah.
or they have to incinerate and suck it and
Do they bring it back?
cube it up?
How crazy would it be if they brought it back
All
from
that
space?
poop.
You're just like,
Tons of poop.
why?
Be kind of interesting
Just
to
shoot
see
it back into the atmosphere, man.
Okay, but you're not lying. You can't lie. Because I'll say right now, if NASA's like, hey, we got some photos of the poop we brought back from the people that are up in the space station. Here's some photos. You couldn't not look at it. I would have to. I would. It's clickbait to me. I'd be. I'm
I
not,
guess.
I'm like, I'm gonna fucking look at it.
Yeah.
I
bet you
know.
how shit would your life be if that's your fetish?
Oh
The only way you can get off is looking at
No.
pictures of space poop.
no,
Like, God,
No, dude.
that's brutal.
dude, no way. I don't know.
Because there's definitely like, that's like one thing that I feel really bad for people that get like weird stuff like that is just the level you have to go then. And then you have to find somebody who's okay with that. It's just kind of like,
I got a message on
God
Instagram
damn.
saying, "Will you send me? I'll pay you $500 to send you rubbing your feet through a pile of your poop."
Wait, for real?
Oh, yeah.
So okay,
dude,
wait. So
$500
someone offered you $500 for you to send a
Feet
feet video or feet
and-
photo
feet and
of you
poop.
rubbing your feet in poop.
Feet and poop, dude.
Yeah,
Damn.
sounds like a win to me.
Dude.
I'd be like 10K.
$500.
No.
No.
No, that's
Oh
dude, that's
man,
gnarly.
dude, people are nuts.
Oh yeah.
I feel like you need to have like a. No, dude, I don't want to talk about poop. I don't
That
want to talk.
TikTok-
We're already
TikTok-
like.
that TikTok that I sent you really puts a new thing on Crazy Horse Girls, didn't it?
Dude. That, yeah,
Oh,
I know,
did
the
you see
horse
this?
costume?
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah. I just wanted to know what the person looked like on the inside.
Yeah.
It was a horse costume with boobs.
I bet you that's what they're thinking about you too.
Yeah, I'm not into that.
I wanna see what you look
zero.
like on the inside.
Not into anything like that. No, thank you. I'm into thinking about things like I was like thinking about this like because I don't know how my brain got to this, but I was like, okay, I think I'm figuring it out now. I'm talking out loud. NASA $3 million toilet. Who else has a toilet? Who else has gone to space? Russia. Putin. Where does Putin poop? He definitely seems like okay. Like true story.
The
true,
Kremlin,
True
right?
story
That's
question.
like the spot.
Do you think he's definitely like a this is where I poop and no one goes into this bathroom to poop? I feel like he's that kind of guy. Like he has his private like bathroom where not even his wife can like. Does he have a wife? He has a wife.
I don't know, man. He's got to, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, he's got mistresses too. I mean, this is how.
Well, I just know
kinda
that like
do
I just feel
shit.
like he's a separatist when it. I would call him a
a
separatist.
poop separatist.
A poop separatist when it comes to like his private poops.
Yeah.
Like he's not gonna just drop one off like
Any old
at
bathroom.
the
you
the
mean?
government.
He's very particular
building.
about what bathrooms.
Yeah,
There needs to be a certain level of bathroom.
right. It's always like the
Like
light's
a-
always on. There's a certain
Yeah. Like
know?
a 9 above and above. Mm-hmm. Like he rates them like women.
yeah.
9 and 10s only.
Well, he has like a specific person to make sure all the toilets are available and ready, and no one can touch them.
This toilet is
It's
not
true.
living
I mean-
up. Not good enough.
No.
Go to the next one.
And
the
then
person just scouts toilets for this guy.
yeah, no, for
Toilet
sure.
scout.
I'm not joking. I would
Number one.
put money on that. They probably laughed like, haha, NASA spent $23 million on a toilet, peasants. Like his toilet budget a year is $1
Would
billion.
that be a toilet sommelier? Is that what that would be?
I just feel like Putin has some very extravagant like areas for his private times.
Yeah. Well, he does. Did you see that house that he built? Low key?
No,
Like, damn, dude.
is it just like a palace or something?
It looks like a set from like Star Wars.
So is it like a
But
space?
the bad guy's space house.
Oh, he would do that.
Yeah, man.
He would.
Yeah. It looks like kind of like it's very like kind of brutalist.
What if
Like-
he just has like a concrete toilet,
Oh, dude, he probably does.
like a square
That'd be interesting.
toilet, like
Concrete
that's not
toilet.
circular, yeah, concrete toilet.
Well, that's a lot.
And it's
like
shaped to his butt,
oh, probably
like
formed.
he sat in it, like-
Guaranteed.
yeah,
I guarantee you, there's
that
a
actually be kind of comfortable.
No, I guarantee.
and shh,
this
it's
is
heated. It's heated.
Shut up.
They have it's heated concrete.
That's peasant.
That's great.
That's peasant.
Hot concrete to sit on.
That'd be easy. That'd be easy.
Okay, what's
now? What we need to figure out is if
Think
we can
bigger.
spin this into a. I bet you this already exists. I don't know if we should mention this on the podcast, but
What?
I just thought of a business idea.
Well, we're not going to do it.
is
So.
where we could absolutely take molds of your ass and build you a custom toilet to just. Your
That's
fucking
actually
butt, dude.
fantastic. Just toilet seats.
Rich people only. Rich people only.
Yeah.
Like
10K.
dude, $20,000 for this?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, the whole
Yeah.
thing's formed perfectly to you.
Yeah. I know. I'm down with that.
It would sell.
Yeah,
all day.
it would sell. But you couldn't have a family.
Well, you just get
We
one
could
for
have
each
a-
one of them,
Yeah, so everyone has their own toilet.
which is kind of cool because then you know you're
not
the
a-
only one who's
it's not
really sitting on your
communal.
toilet.
Right. But then guests come over.
Well, you fucking peasants. You get the normal ass one out there.
Yeah, they don't
That's why
know.
you have the half bath.
Yeah.
Or there's the
You put a little
guest quarters.
You put
Get 'em
like
off to the side.
a little artistic top on the top lid for them to make it think it's nice.
Or just so you just kind of go like the shitty cheap.
I think
70s
every
look with the free the
the
fuzzy
carpet,
top.
the carpet top.
By the way, that's gross, right?
That is, every aunt and uncle has that.
Yeah,
An aunt. There's an aunt somewhere. My aunt had it.
dude. I always thought that,
Like
that
a-
was disgusting. Was the
Because
padded
your hand's touching it.
the
That's why
padded toilet seat?
it's more. Oh,
It's like
yeah.
foam.
I don't.
Dude,
don't do
that
it.
is horrifically
do it.
disgusting. That's disgusting.
What about-
It's
okay.
like sick. Sit on this sponge that
Right.
you poop and pee past. Like, dude, gnarly, right?
Yeah.
Whoever thought that that was fucking like a good idea? I mean, I understand like functionally it probably
Hey,
feels
you wanna
good,
get-
but it just takes
wanna
like
get on
5
some-
seconds to think about it. You're like, that's
You want to get on
gross.
some real talk?
real talk.
Real talk. Real talk, dude. Women have blamed men for this forever, and
It's got
it's
to be
not.
toilet seat thing, right?
Yeah, it's the pee that's on the bottom of the toilet seat.
Okay, yeah.
They're like, you never lift it. I'm like, I always lift the toilet seat up. 100% of the time. I am not beta. I stand up when I pee. That toilet, like for me to get the underside of the toilet splashed with pee
yeah.
would take a very like crazy physics situation for the splash to hit the pee. It's women that make the undersplash on toilets. It's women.
The culprits have been found.
It's women. So if you
Unless you just straight up pee on the bottom of the toilet
yeah
seat, just flip it up and you just pee on the
yeah well that's I mean you have to be very drunk to
drunk, yeah.
do that.
Or you get the weird sex like divergent
Right.
where it just randomly comes out at 45
Yeah.
degrees. You're like, ah, cool.
Okay. Last
Great.
because I was thinking this as we were talking about Putin. Like, who's the opposite? Kim Kardashian. What do you think her toilet's like? I bet you
know.
like very
Probably
techie.
It's got to be a bidet, right? It's got to be.
All women do that, but
You don't like bidets?
not at all. Don't even bother with it. It's disgusting. Want
It's more hygienic.
water like splashing my ass? No thanks. I don't have a wet ass. Like who has such a messy poop where you have to have like a wet bottom to like clean yourself? Like, is your poop that bad? Do people have that bad of poops?
Yeah, for sure.
Where you have to be like, you're so messy, you have to have like somebody squirt you from under, like in the toilet,
Dude,
like to
yeah.
clean, like, hey, this smells, and B, let me spray, like splish you. It's not gentle. I'd hate them.
Yeah, okay.
I'm
I'm just freaked out
absolutely-
by it.
I just do not absolutely.
I kind
no.
of pegged you for that, by the way.
Zero
I was
no. Like,
I figure he probably is not going to
No,
like that.
No, like I don't need my butt like washed with water every time I have to do that.
So okay, yeah. So
I don't know how
perfect
this
world, would
got.
you be-
We've
would
been
you be a
talking for like
shit-
almost 30 minutes about pooping.
Yeah, well, you know, hey, we're guys.
Yeah, well,
Deal with
so
it.
Deal with it.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers. No, I just don't. I was
Okay,
just,
change the subject then. Let's just get on
Yeah,
to something
it's
else
just-
because we'll just start spiraling back into this.
Oh.
We'll be circling the toilet of poop talk.
Well, okay. So
entire
then, if we
time.
want to kind of keep it a little on topic ish, but not, because I was thinking about this earlier on my way over here. I was like, it'd be kind of funny if we got to hear like our last episode. You talked about how of a naughty boy you were, but I know that like
As a 7th grader.
yeah, and I know that like
Yeah.
you've had quite the party stories.
I got a couple
and
party stories.
I feel like when I was,
I'm not super crazy, you know. It's not like the hangover level stuff.
I don't know.
Uh,
The last party I remember of you
Yeah.
guys were eating toilet paper and on top of your house, like on the roof.
eating toilet paper.
Yeah, and like not eating toilet paper on top of the roof, but like you were on top of the roof at one point. You're eating toilet paper at like 2 a.m. and it was like a bunch of challenges. You guys are doing a bunch of like challenges.
Oh, if there's okay. So drinking games, that's a different thing.
and you guys were doing like a bunch of stuff, and you like wizard staff, like the
Wizard
whole
staff parties, baby.
Yeah, you partied.
You guys have done that, right? Wizard staffs. You know what wizard staffs is? He does. You don't? Hell yeah, dude. So yeah, wizard staff
Explain
is you get yourself. It depends on how far into Wizards lifestyle you want to go, but you're gonna probably gonna need at least a 12 pack. If you're doing real good, you're gonna get 18, and if you're doing really really good, you're gonna get a 24 pack. And you drink a beer. Every time you drink a beer, you grab your next one, and you duct tape it together with your new beer, right? So then obviously you can see where this is going. The goal is to have the biggest wizard staff at the end of the party. And then we used to play it where every 5th beer you have to fight a boss, which is a shot of vodka or a shot of tequila. So it turns into a shit show
Coming from the
very
guy
quickly.
who says I don't party.
I don't anymore, all right?
Yeah, well, I
Listen,
know that.
I used to.
Yeah,
quite a
you
bit.
definitely used to.
Yeah. Yeah, my early 20s, 20 to 25 was
I just feel
basically
like a
slideshow.
I feel like I want a story time, and I heard it once, but I want to hear it again.
You heard it from my other friends, huh?
Yeah, I want to hear it.
Yeah.
The moon time.
Yeah, the moon time. Yeah, that was probably my absolute drunkest I've ever been downtown going out.
So I'm an ambiance guy. So what is it? What time is it? Like,
I think.
What are you guys doing?
So I just got back from Hawaii.
Okay, so you just got back from Hawaii.
I got off the plane that morning.
Okay, so that night you're partying. You're doing this.
Yeah.
Did you party in Hawaii? Were you coming off of a party?
No.
Okay.
No. I was chilling in Hawaii.
Okay. Did you
That
plan
being
on it?
said, hold on. My friend almost died though.
In Hawaii.
Yeah. Right in
Okay.
front of me. Yeah.
From what?
Crazy motorcycle crash. Dirt bike crash.
Okay.
Yeah. Because we went out camping and had 20 people, and we had 20 old school dirt bikes.
That's not a party. You're not drinking any beers.
Yeah, we're not partying. That's
Right.
not,
Right. Okay.
different levels. So it is kind of a party, but not like wizard staffs or anything else like that.
Right.
He just messed up, flew off a cliff.
Yeah,
almost
he fucked up. He
almost landed about 100 feet down in the rocks and died.
I think you remember you telling me this one time.
Yeah, man. He got super lucky. He flew off a dune, went to roost, got crossed up, and went off the top
And
of it.
zinked right off the top.
Yep. And then, so he's falling 35 feet, and it's off the side of the cliff, and it's rocks and ocean at the bottom. It's 110, 120 feet down. And this is off on it would be the southeast side of the Big Island. So that's around the Kona coffee plantation area. It's all
Oahu? Right?
No, Big Island, Hawaii.
Oh, Hawaii. Okay.
Yeah. So Big Island, Hawaii is very weird. It has everything: desert, mountain, snow, tropical.
Never been to that one.
And then it also looks like randomly Washington, just fields of grass.
Weird.
So they kind of ended at the edge. Well, they ended at the edge of the cliffs, and he goes over the top. And luckily for him, 35 feet down, there's a putting green sized almost like a little landing spot.
Okay.
But it's a putting green, so it's 15 feet by 15 feet, and he's going pretty quick, so he knows that he won't be able to land and hit the brakes and not go off the cliff to his death. So he locks the brakes and starts nosing the bike down, because he knows if he just fucking crashes and just lawn darts himself,
How old are you guys?
at least he won't go off the cliff.
How old are you?
He's 31 and I'm 23, 22.
Okay.
So this is the trip that I'm coming back from.
So he survives. You guys are okay.
Yeah. So he tees up his handlebars. Handlebars go into him.
Oh, wait.
Almost touch his spine. It does small intestine, large intestine, gallbladder explodes, and
Whoa.
something else. So we got to haul him out of there, get him to emergency surgery. We call him. They get the surgery prepped on the way there. And then we drop him off and come back and continue having fun, because there's nothing that we can do. They're like, you guys, he's going to be out for sedated for, at least till the next morning or the halfway through the next day. So yeah, he survives, but he has to have they saved his life, or else he would have internally
so you come back.
bled out.
Okay.
Come back from that trip, right?
You come back from that trip.
Land. And go home, and I think my friend Connor Ward is already at my house. He's probably just there at my house while I'm gone anyways.
Sure. I can see that.
And I just got a raise, so I'm pretty stoked on it. Just got back from vacation. I'm feeling great. I just show up it's the middle of the winter, by the way, too. So it's January.
Okay.
It's cold. There's a ton of snow on the ground, and I roll up with tank top, board shorts, and flip flops.
Of course.
And I don't leave, and I don't go out without those on me. So I never change. I never get pants.
Really? Did you like no jacket or anything, or like not a hat?
I might have had a jacket.
Okay.
So I just
We'll throw the jacket in there because I
Yeah.
think that'd be kind of crazy.
yeah. So yeah, jacket or sweatshirt, hoodie or something like that. So
But
all
did
of a
you-
sudden everybody's like, we're going out. I think it was a Thursday night, so that's a Thirsty Thursday for us. So we go out for $1 beers, and so before we go, we line up. I line up 10 shots because I don't know why, and just hammer down 10 shots.
Wait, no, wait. You can't just
pregame.
like say that.
It's 10 or 13. Between 10 and 13
Was there a group
shots.
of you doing this?
Yeah, we were like prepping at my house.
Wait. No, I'm maybe I'm asking this wrong. Did you drink the 10?
All of them.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Loosen up.
Yeah, that would like not lose. That would like knock you like down.
No, I was fine.
Okay.
Ish. I was drunk, pretty drunk.
Well, clearly.
But then we go out, we start drinking
10 shots of what? Like vodka? Ugh.
whatever cheap shit that I had at the time. Yeah. Because I used to just be able to drink
By the way,
all the time.
I went to his
drink a
house.
lot.
I went to his house and I opened up the freezer and he has a scorpion like in a bottle.
I also had a Cobra too.
Yeah, and he
And
looks
a
at me. He's
Cobra
like
whiskey.
smiling. He's like, yeah. He's like, you put the whatever in there and you let it sit. And he's like, it fucks you up.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, dude.
I was like, who is this dude? It's
Yeah.
like me meeting him for the first time at his house. I'm like, what the heck? Yeah. Okay. So wait. I want to get to it. So 10 shots.
Yeah, between 10 and 13 shots before I go out. So then,
Okay,
it's
okay.
Thursday, Thursday. So we go, it's $1 beers. And we used to just go there with like 8 or 10 people and we order like 35, 40 beers at a time. And they just bring them out on the platters. By the way, if you guys go down to, where is that? That is Moontime, right? It's Moontime, right?
It's Moontime.
That's why you can't order more than one beer at a time anymore. It's because of us. Because we'd order 40-something beers. So each person has 4 beers. So we would get all the beer, and then they blow the keg for the $1 beers, and we've drank everything. Nobody else gets it, right? So yeah, we do that. I probably have 4 or 5 beers there, and then it's getting later. We're still like I'm still just wandering around.
Wait.
with
No.
flip-flops, board shorts, and a t-shirt on.
Pause.
Yeah.
Because I want to re-listen to the story, but I remember you talking about what you did.
Yeah, I'm getting to that.
Okay. All
so
right.
so Moontime was before the part that you heard that you know about. The
peeing.
moose is the peeing. So yeah, we go to
you
the
peed at the
moose
Moose.
afterwards. So if you ever been to the Moose,
The Moose is a bar in Coeur
on
d'Alene.
Thursday or Friday, the bathrooms, there might be a line of 20 fucking people there. So I'm like, I'm real hammered at this point, and I gotta pee bad, and there's nowhere around to go. Like, there's no real like good alley to go in either, because you're always like concerned that some cop's gonna be like,
Right.
got your dick out, you're going to the jail.
It's like one of 3 bars really at the time.
Yeah. So I'm just like, fuck, dude, I gotta piss, and I'm super hammered drunk. So
Clearly. So technically you're 10
I'm
shots.
10 to 13 shots in and like 4 to 6 beers. And we go to the Moose, and I'm ordering 32-ounce mugs, and I probably have 2 to 3 of them.
Before you had to figure out you had to pee.
Yeah.
Whoa, man.
And then all of a sudden, because I'm drunk, it just hits me all at once. I'm like, shit, I gotta pee now. So I just start pulling half-empty mugs off the table and start peeing in the mugs under the table.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, and then I thought it'd be funny to just pee on my friend's leg too. So I just peed on my friend Tyler's leg.
The Tyler, the one with the Nikes tattooed on his feet?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
He would be a guy that you would like look at and be like, yeah, you got pissed
Yeah,
on.
I looked at him and he's like, "What the fuck is that?" And I'm like, I just start laughing. I'm just peeing on him under the table.
Yuck, dude. I'd be so mad at you.
Yeah, and then so I'm just putting the beers back up on the table too. So somebody definitely drank. I know I probably did too. Some pee beer.
Yo,
Some pee
man.
beer combos, dude.
Nothing, dude.
Listen, man, I was a party dirtbag, man, back in the day.
Yeah,
for
clearly.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
And then all the alcohol hit me at once, and then I ended up throwing up in the sink, which they did not like. So
at the bar?
right there, yeah, right in front of them.
Like
I'm like, guys, there's no bathroom. I can't get there, and I just like, I know that they got a sink back there, so I just threw up in the sink and set it all over the place.
Did you get kicked out?
Yeah, immediately kicked out.
Yeah.
And then I lost my flip flops, so now I'm out there in bare feet, walking through the fucking snow with barefoot, super drunk, with probably a sweatshirt and board shorts on, and I look like hell. So
On a Thursday night.
I'm like a weird homeless guy at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happens after that?
After that, I go up to my friend Nicole's place because she's like, "Yeah, you can crash here for the night." I'm like, "Sweet, I'm out of here, dude. Got to get the fuck out of here. My feet hurt because it's so cold." So I'll go up there and I call her. She doesn't answer.
Because what time is this?
This is now like midnight.
Right. Okay.
So then she's locked the doors.
And she knew that you were coming, or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's locked the doors. I think she knew that I was going. I think so. Yeah, I talked to her. Maybe I can't remember. But
Get closer. There you go.
But yeah, so go up to that place, which is like 2 blocks away, super easy. Doors are locked. Knock on the door. Call her. Nothing. So now I'm stranded out in the winter in the snow with no shoes, no way to get home, no way really to get anywhere, and I've been kicked out of the bar. So It's like this is bad news. So I kind of I break into her laundry room in the back. And the cops get called. She calls the cops on me.
And you didn't know? Did you not like say, "Hey, I'm here"?
Yeah, I absolutely did. And she called the cops on me. I don't know what it was. She was just like kind of panicking. There's like somebody's knocking at the door, and I'm like, "Nicole, just open the door."
Yeah, well, now you. If I was a girl and I heard that like at 12 a.m., like just open the door and you look outside.
But I'm like saying your name.
That'd be even scarier sometimes.
And her house is the designated crash spot.
Oh well.
And by that I mean my friend made the the Harry Potter closet. So that's where the drunk people would crash in this place.
What is it?
It's a closet underneath the stairs with a bed just thrown in there.
Does it fit?
Sort of. It's all rolled up in the sides, right? So it's kind of like it's kind of tacoed
twin
in
bed?
there.
Like
just a twin bed, whatever it is. So they called it the Harry Potter closet. That's where everybody would go to crash.
Crash, okay.
So I was just like, why would you not just answer your phone, check your phone, look out the window to see me wave?
So you just break in.
So I break into there
because you live in Post
I'm
Falls,
freezing, and I live basically.
Where was everybody else?
At the bar.
Oh,
I'm hammered drunk, dude. I don't know. I'm like out of
sure.
it. And all I know is my feet really fucking hurt.
Yeah.
So then the cops roll up. They're like, "Hi, what you doing?" I'm like, "This is my friend's place. She's not answering the door for whatever reason, and I have no shoes and I'm dying." And they're like, "Oh, okay, sorry." So they call her. They're like, "It's Andrew," and then she lets me in.
And did you sleep there?
Oh yeah.
No.
Oh yeah. I pass out immediately.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was like it was a total shit show that whole like day into the night.
And that when was that? Like
I was
you're
like 22.
22, okay, because you and I started hanging out more like when you're like
26, 27, yeah.
6, yeah. Because I just
that's
knew
kind of when I stopped partying like hard.
I knew you as like the guy who threw parties and stuff.
Yeah, I threw a lot of big parties at the house.
You threw a lot of parties.
I've had 100 people, 110 people in my house.
You go into your house and it looked like it's a party house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the time it did, for sure.
There's even like graffiti like in the walls of the garage. I remember that.
No.
Yeah, there's like some spray paint stuff on the side of the wall. Looked like some girl did it or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It was probably something. There might have been somebody's like graffiti art hanging in there, but I never had anybody graffiti my walls in the garage.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I felt like I saw that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just.
It's definitely the place that you'd see that.
Yeah,
because that garage got hammered, dude. Yeah.
You guys, your house.
Me and
was
my
like,
friends were just like It was our party.
Your house
man.
had like everything, like beat the shit, but nice.
Yeah.
And then you had this dining table.
Oh yeah,
that had a plastic cover on it all the time.
Yeah,
and I'm like, what's this guy doing with a like
$25,000 dining room set? Yeah, it was a weird look.
It was very
for sure.
Weird. You have all these like vinyl records on the wall, and then you have like this like super expensive,
very extravagant dining room set. Yeah.
It threw me off.
I got it for $150, man. I didn't pay that money.
Well, I never
got it for
party.
nothing.
I never
It's
really
great.
did party.
Yeah, you never really did.
Never did.
I think you told me once when you got super duper drunk on like Jack Daniels or something like that.
Oh, that was
and threw up. Was it with Camille or something?
Oh, that one.
You were a dickhead to her or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. It was
He
my
turned mean when he got drunk or something.
yeah.
like that.
Well, see, I don't. I can probably count on both of my hands how many times I've been drunk.
Oh wow, dude,
And
that's crazy.
Like, and what I mean by drunk, I mean like we're
real drunk,
no.
blackout.
If you're doing real
hammered.
drunk, then 5, like probably on one hand.
Yeah,
But I would call it like where you're not in control. I'd probably hit the 10.
yeah.
But yeah, that one. I found out the first time I had a fifth of Jack in like an hour,
Yeah, that'll do it, man.
and I woke up the next day fine,
Oh yeah,
but I don't remember anything.
partying young, man. Waking up the next day and there's like really no hangover.
Back in the day with flip phones, I woke up to a video of my buddy sent me a phone of my other buddy picking me up by the pants and just violently humping me because I'm passed out, like just violent,
Hell yeah.
like on a flip phone quality material, and like,
Oh yeah.
and I was like, yeah,
I mean, that is one thing you got to be careful, passing out around your boys, dude. Like,
yeah,
you're gonna get Sharpie drawn on you. You're gonna get fucked with a little bit. For sure.
Okay, so I was gonna talk about mine really quick then, because mine's not necessarily. I don't get really drunk. I just got like good buzz, but I was not drunk because the span was like probably 15-hour span, 12-hour span of an event.
Okay.
And I was with Greg, my buddy Greg, in L.A.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen him in a long time. We go to L.A. I buy a car down there. I buy the car with Bitcoin
Hell yeah.
before people knew what Bitcoin was. Yeah.
Sweet.
I bought a salvaged BMW because it was cheap. The guy had to get rid of it.
It was super cheap.
I offered him Bitcoin. He said no, and I was like, "All right, you're an idiot." And yeah, probably, or enough to like be.
It's not like that pizza guy.
Yeah, nothing like that.
No.
I just caught on to Bitcoin before the mass people caught on, but that's different time. But like this one, I bought the car in LA because there's a lot of idiots with cars that can't have them, so it's a great place to look for cars. And I like LA. I'm originally from Los Angeles, way back in the times of the days of the 80s and 90s. But
Yeah.
Greg, my good friend, lives there in the Hollywood area, and he is a night owl. He wakes
Yeah.
up like at 4 p.m. or
Greg
something.
is absolutely a night owl.
12 p.m. maybe, and then he's just up throughout the entire night. Like
Yeah.
like
He goes to bed at like 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8
no. He
a.m.,
goes to
right?
bed like at 9 a.m.,
Yeah.
10 a.m. And so I was like, okay, I want to have one night of fun, like
Yeah.
because it's L.A. and I'm like, show me, Greg, pre-COVID. I was like, show me around,
Hell yeah.
and
it's Hollywood, dude.
yeah,
You
and
can get into some
he's a music guy, so
scummy shit.
He's
dude.
a music
gonna
engineer
know.
guy, and he worked at one of like the most prestigious he's a
Recording
sound,
studios. He's a sound tech, right?
in Burbank or whatever. And
Yeah.
We text a lot. We still text, and he sent me photos. He sent me a photo, and he's like, "Guess who I'm with?" And he sends me a photo of him smiling, and it's Ron Jeremy passed out.
Yeah.
It's Ron Jeremy passed out in a hotel room. Do you know who Ron Jeremy is? All right, well, you guys can look that up on your own.
You can look him up on your
can
free
look him on
time.
He's probably like the most notorious Godfather. Don't look him up. You don't.
Yeah,
want
he's like the most notorious old school porn star.
porn
ever.
star. Yeah,
But
ever.
if you want to see a transformation, dude, look at him
Before and
when he
after.
was young and
Yeah.
now.
yeah,
It's unbelievable,
yeah.
dude.
But this guy's like
Time has
a
not
legend.
been nice, and partying has not been nice to him.
Like he's just a legend person.
Yeah.
You know, and like. And Greg was like, yeah, he's always at this bar. And when I go to Greg, I was like, Greg's like, what do you want to do? I was like, Greg, I want to meet Ron Jeremy. He's like, oh, that's easy. He's like, let me text him. He's like trying to text. He's like, oh, he's not answering. He's like, you know what? I know exactly where he is. He's probably passed out, sitting in front of the Rainbow bar or whatever. And that's the first bar we go to. And guess what, dude? I felt like I saw a ghost. I saw him sitting there, and he was passed out. Because turns out he's narcoleptic or what? No, what's the one that's
Narcoleptic is when you fall asleep.
Yeah. So Greg's like, yeah, he has it. And I was like, that's bullshit. Because I've never seen anybody with that.
I grew up with friends that were narcoleptic.
I was just like, I don't
Weird.
really believe in it. I don't know. I'm not a med guy. I'm not saying I don't believe in it, but I was just like, whatever. And then he's literally passed out, and he's like, Greg's like tapping. He's like, hey. He's like, oh, hey, Greg. And I'm just like, this is Chuck. I was like, nice to meet you, Chuck. And like, I'm like, wow, I just met him, and we had a beer.
Apparently, he's very sweet.
Super nice.
Yeah.
I had pizza with him.
Nice.
Yeah. So he comes back in. We sit down, and he sits next to us. He's like, hey, you want to have some pizza? And
Hell yeah.
There's like all these like
Pizza party with Ron Jeremy.
yeah. I
Dang.
had pizza with Ron Jeremy that night, and then it gets even more. Then we meet this pro skateboarder guy. I don't know his real name, but he goes by The Feech. Feetch or something, and he's like a wizard man. He has like this like a wizard mustache.
Yeah.
And he's a fedora, and he looks like a Aerosmith.
60s, 70s Aerosmith.
But if Aerosmith was like manly, because all those guys look like girls now.
Yep.
But he just was like a Led Zeppelin kind of looking dude. And then we went to Greg's friend's house, who's like a music producer guy, and he knows a bunch of people. And then, long story short, we're just like there till like 6 or 7 a.m. with a bunch of just people I don't know. And they're just like, they just kept drinking, and I didn't, because it's like 7 a.m. and I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm like, I've never done this before. And Greg does this all the time. And I went to bed. I was like, Greg, I'm leaving. And he's like, I can get home. It's fine. I'm like, okay. And I went to his place. I crashed and had to wake up like 4 hours later and just start driving home.
Oh, greasy.
But it was a good time. I always think about it. Like now when I went back down there,
that is a pretty random story though.
It is. It's
Pizza
just like
party and beers with Ron Jeremy out of nowhere.
No, that was my fun time. I don't really think
one fun time.
My one fun time.
You never threw any like big parties like when you're in like college age?
Nope. Riff had some.
Yeah.
First time that
was fun watching you having to deal with that.
First time I ever fake smoked weed.
Yeah, fake smoke.
I fake smoked weed with Riff. We were talking. It went from like me when I hit up Riff.
But I've watched you smoke weed for the first time.
No,
second time.
No. This is called fake smoking.
Oh.
I fake smoked.
Okay.
And this is actually I smoked weed once since before this time.
Yeah.
So I've only smoked weed one time. And Riff is like a reefer, like Riff smokes.
Yeah.
Riff will smoke under the table. And I was like texting him and calling him. We were like on a text and calling basis. And like it was only like 4 weeks. And then they're like, you need to go down to his house because he's doing this music video shoot stuff and you need to be there and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So I show up and just immediately Riff breaks into a 1 minute dialogue of Tim and Eric skit.
No shit.
Yeah, because
just a full monologue.
We were trying to figure each other out.
Yeah.
We're trying to figure each other out.
Yeah.
And he's a GIF guy. GIF or GIF? What do you call it? GIF? GIF. I think it's GIF.
GIF.
He sends GIFs all the time. Like his language is GIFs. It's emojis and GIFs. He doesn't really send much. It's just emojis and GIFs.
Yep.
And he sent me GIFs and I was like, dude, this dude's funny.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna tap into my humor. And
you sent him a Tim and Eric one?
I sent him a Tim and Eric one, and he immediately was like,
fuck yeah.
Immediately texted me out of the group text on the side. He's like, I know them. Like,
yes.
Like, this is amazing.
Yes.
And we both had a passion for Taco Bell and for Tim and Eric.
Tim and Eric.
And then
how did you guys fall in love? Taco Bell and Tim and Eric.
Tim and Eric. For real. And then
my bromance with Riff Raff.
I walked in, he breaks into a whole Tim and Eric skit. No one else got it.
Yeah.
There's like 15 people at his house.
That's when it's the best though.
It was weird.
When it's just you and somebody else and no one knows what the fuck you're talking about. And the two, you're just like,
we're
going to do this.
Never met him once, before this.
Then.
This is the first time I walk into his house. I just walk in.
First thing he says to you in person.
Yeah, he just breaks
Tim and Eric sketch.
He breaks into his Tim and Eric sketch.
Which one?
Spaghetti. He does spaghetti.
Fuck.
And he's like, spaghetti. And everyone's looking around like, what the hell? And I'm
spooked
like,
you.
Yeah, spooked you. He just did this whole thing, and he breaks in like it took too long in my head, and then he offers me weed.
Oh,
and,
all right.
And I'm just like, and I'm like the most brash person. Like, no, I'm good. And I was just like, I don't know what to do, so I just took it. I did a fake puff and immediately handed it to a guy next to me.
Yeah.
And then it got passed around again.
Yep.
And I woke up the next day. I was like guilty. I was like, Riff, I fake smoked weed. And he laughed and he's like, oh, that's cool. He's like, okay, that's cool. All right. Trying to figure you out. That's weird, but okay.
You're all like guilty.
Yeah,
and
I was
he's
guilty.
just
I was
like,
like,
I don't give a shit. Nobody cares.
Yeah. He's like, oh, that's actually really cool. I was like, all right, cool. So then the rest was history.
Yeah, man.
Until recently. But then,
what are the weed laws in Florida?
I think it's
Did you find out? Like, I don't know.
No, I think weed's
it should be fine.
Yeah, I think weed's fine. I think it's recreational. I don't. Yeah. It's. I think you can go to a weed dispensary.
Isn't it weird to you that there's still like spots like here?
Yeah, state of Idaho is 0.
It's 0, right? There's not even a card.
Right. You can't even do that.
But I mean, like the whole card thing is so stupid.
Yeah. Well,
it's like really.
Yeah.
We're gonna pretend.
I think that's where
I've got a chronic problem that I need this weed to fix.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
oh my god.
Yeah.
How long do you think till Idaho unfucks their shit?
We'll be the last.
We'll probably be the last.
Definitely. I think it'll become federally legal
Yeah.
before state.
I think once
legalize
well, yeah. I don't know how that works with federal.
I did
state.
learn though that with
I think it's just some. God.
a mutual friend of ours.
We have been in. We have talked about Big Mormon, but that's Big Mormon.
That
right
is
there.
Big Mormon, dude.
Yeah.
They big
No weed.
If you don't know, in Idaho, Mormons run Idaho.
Yep.
So
Down in Boise.
not in the north though. We're in the north.
That's right.
So we get affected by the laws, but we're not Mormon.
Yeah, it's a different world up here.
It's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's better in every way.
Yeah.
You can keep that down there in Boise. I'm not about.
I don't. I would just think that weed. I was so against weed, and then
I remember laughing at you when you told me
I was
how against it you are.
I was
and I'm
super
like,
against
it's
weed.
literally nothing. It's the
Yeah,
most childish thing.
it is.
When people are like, oh, it turns you into a loser. It's like, no, you fucking idiot. Like, no, it doesn't. Like, that's not a thing.
Yeah, we should.
I mean, maybe if you get lazy, but that's you.
Yeah, I think weed's whatever.
And and like the effects of it are so mild. You're like,
well,
like
especially
I remember the first time I got high, and I'm just like, this is it. I was like, what was this?
I think
fucking
that's why-
huge? The hype was so big,
yeah.
And then you're just let down.
I think that's
Like,
why.
shit, man.
That's why
It's
I never
nothing.
really got into it. I don't. For me,
Pretty
I don't-
big hype train.
It is a hype train, and
Yeah.
I'm a junior high girl on prom night with it. Like if
I
I'm gonna
know.
get banged, I want the moon.
I
to
watched
align.
you-
I want everything to be perfect.
Yeah.
And then I just end up getting bumped in the back of the alley, with my choices. But I could probably count on. I probably smoked weed 9 times.
9 times
Maybe.
your whole life. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
And that's the only other drug you've done, right?
Oh yeah, nothing else.
It's just weed. Yeah.
Yeah, 0. I haven't even done edibles or whatever.
Yeah.
Like chew them.
Oh yeah, that's a different thing for sure,
Yeah,
man.
and I have no interest in.
Oh,
it.
that's a different world. That is a different world. And man, that is a rough learning curve. Let me tell you about the rough learning curve. Most of the people out there you already know, but man, that is a hockey stick graft to hell, dude. Just flip a hockey stick upside down.
A hockey stiff.
And yeah,
hockey
dude,
stick.
that's fuck. That it will make you like turn you into a 2x4 plank, dude.
Yeah.
You get too high.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Like
Let's
nothing's
save that.
happening. The first time you take too much, and then you're just like,
I think we should save
fucked.
that. We should save that from the time.
yeah,
And
a different time.
We should close this one out.
We're gonna have a drug podcast.
We already covered poop. We covered $1 million
I haven't done that
toilets
I
and
haven't done that many drugs.
and drinking stories. The Sixer King.
The Sixer King,
Episode
dude.
6.
Proud of himself with that Sixer
Yeah.
in the back.
I feel like, guys, if you're made it this far in the podcast and you still listen to us, I see all the listens. We get a lot of listens.
I see all the listens.
I see all the listens.
I see all of them.
I'll send people to hunt you down for our stars. Buy us stars, give us stars, like our stars.
Report you to the CCP.
We're gonna report you I'll find your
On the
TikTok.
talk.
I'm gonna find your TikTok and I'm gonna report every video.
Just like the horse girls may or may not have reported us.
Oh, horse
Or it
girls
was being
definitely reported us.
Yeah.
Mean horse
How is our
girls.
standing in horse girl land? I think we're pretty good now.
Dude, we get a lot of. We had hundreds of horse girls follow us, so I think we
Hell yeah.
gotta do a interview.
God bless the horse girls.
We gotta do an
dude.
interview with a horse girl.
Shit. Well, we got one.
We got one coming.
Yeah, we got one coming.
So
We know.
thank you, everybody.
Horse girls.
Have a wonderful time with whatever the hell you're doing. Thanks for giving us your stars and listens.
Yes, and your time.
Have a wonderful night or morning. Who cares? You're not my dad.
Yep. Catch you later. Adios.
See ya, asshole.
See ya, Dick.
Did you like that show? Don't care. Like and subscribe right now, Buster. And remember, you are not my dad.